What's up everybody, BigSweetC here with you. Got a special little video for you. Today I want to continue talking about Destiny 2 Beyond Light. I know my initial review of it wasn't really that great, but I do generally enjoy playing this game a lot. And my wife and I play it all the time, so I've gotten a lot of go out of this. And one of the things that I wanted to bring to your attention, because I do kind of see it making a comeback. When Destiny 2 first came out, this weapon was very popular. It was a fairly difficult, not too strenuous exotic quest to get it, and it almost gave it to you almost immediately if you as soon as you completed the campaign. So the original campaign. So it was, it was a pretty popular weapon when it first came out. It's always been my favorite, and I see it kind of making a comeback now. Because scout rifles have gotten a recent buff in their output, and that's the MIDA multi-tool. It's an exotic scout rifle that you got way back when the base game of Destiny 2 came out. Way back when the Cabal were still the main men. But then again, Cabal is kind of back now, so it's amazing how we've come full circle, right? But it is a scout rifle, and it's special in a few different ways. One is the range at its effectiveness. This is one of those rare scout rifles that has really good range, but does really decent damage both close up and from a distance. Because it's got a lot of stagger with it, it puts it into comparison to some of the sniper rifles in this game. So you can go toe-to-toe with pretty much anybody that you have. There's also the benefit of it's the only weapon that I can think of off the top of my head, and one of the very few items in the game that actually keep your radar up while you're aiming down sight. And that can be very, very useful, because a lot of times what'll get people killed is they're looking far away and they don't see the people coming up from behind during the PvP sessions, be it Crucible or Gambit or Trials of Osiris or whatever it happens to be. You kind of lose track of the people that are close up to you and not in your direct line of sight. With this, you don't have that problem really, and I've been caught a couple of times. It does happen. You kind of forget to check it on occasion, but for the most part, you do kind of get rid of that, because your radar is always up, so it's hard for anybody else to kind of sneak up on you. On top of that, I like to pair my scout rifle with either an auto rifle or a shotgun. So if somebody does kind of come up and try to run around and sneak up behind me, I've always got that kind of close range in your face gun that'll kind of help us knock those guys out as well. But the big bonus of this weapon is the speed boost that it gives you when you have it equipped. It's one of the lightest weapons in the game, if not probably the lightest weapon in the game, and it actually gives you a +2 to your speed. So any kind of speed factor, it can be great benefit in the PvP aspect, because you can actually then spend more in either recovery or your resistance, and still have the same both quick character and high damage taker tank if you play your cards right. On top of that, you can actually pair it up with one of its legendary counterparts, the MIDA mini tool. The mini tool is I think it's an arc submachine gun, but another close range guy that'll allow you to kind of shoot those people that are trying to sneak up on you. But it gives that also gives an additional +2 to your speed if you have both of them equipped at the same time. So you can have a really fast tank, or a Titan for that matter. My biggest complaint with the Titan character in Destiny is just how slow movement they really are. But if you put on this multi-tool, mini-tool combination, it's as fast as some of the hunters out there that haven't put too much stock in their speed bonuses. So it is a fantastic weapon, and I'm glad to see it's finally kind of making its comeuppance again, because it's really worked for me for basically my entirety of the Destiny 2 campaign that I've played. I have it one for each of my characters. I have all three: the Warlock, the Titan, and the Hunter. If you're running the Hunter character already, they're by definition the speedier character. It's almost too fast. It's almost too fast if you got the +4 bonus speed going with the multi-tool and the mini-tool combination. So it can really kind of change the game a little bit for you if you're looking for something to kind of up your game in the PvP aspect. Again, the speed and the range. It can be used because it's a scout rifle. Part of the season bonus is now with your season ornament is you do bonus damage to overlords with scout rifles, or you do extra flinching damage, or you take less flinching damage while you're being shot at. So it's a really good combination weapon now too, that they'll pair up with your armor abilities, as well as any bonus that the gun itself actually gets you. Now, you can obtain this fantastic weapon in really, I think, only the one way now. Used to be a quest. It is, because that quest has been removed from the game, it has been, sunsetted, I guess is what they call it. Vaulted, if you will. There's really only one other way you can get it. You can get it from the Exotic Archive in the tower or in the helm. I think there's one in the helm. Maybe there's not. But definitely in the tower, the Exotic Archive by the vaults. It costs 1 exotic cipher, 100,000 glimmer, 150 dusklight shards, and an ascendant shard. Now the 100,000 glimmer and the 150 dusklight shards should be no problem. You're basically going to be running max capacity once you get to the pretty close to the high light levels anyway. The exotic cipher though can be a little more difficult to get. If you happen to have jumped into the season pass, I think you get 4 or 5 of them with the season pass. The other way to get them is you got to complete the weekly mission for Xur. What makes this a little bit more difficult but not super strenuous is if you want to get it done quickly, Xur's only in the orbit for the 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So you kind of have to do it all in that one weekend. It's not too bad. It's like any of the other weekly missions, weekly quests. Where you just kind of spend a couple hours doing whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing. Gambit, Crucible, strikes if you're just playing the game itself. You do that for a couple hours, and you'll complete this mission for Xur, and he'll trade it in for an exotic cipher. The Ascendant Shard is also one of the more difficult ones to get because, again, if you buy the Season Pass, you get a few of them with the Season Pass, but really there's only one way to get them. 2 ways, I guess, in certain cases. You can win them as rewards for high-level stuff, Crucible, high-level Gambit, high-level strikes. You can also buy them from the Weaponsmith in the tower as well, but they're fairly expensive if I remember. I think they cost a couple of prism shards, but I can't remember off the top of my head. So those are the 2 kind of more difficult ones to get, but the glimmer and the dusklight shard should be no problem. And then you just head on over to the Exotic Archive tower. Hopefully you unlocked it. I don't know. I've unlocked it in all 3 of my characters, so I don't know if you can just go buy it if you've never earned it before. Might be one of those things where you actually have to randomly get it as a drop first before you can go back. But this way, it looks to me like you can just buy it if you as long as you have all the 4 ingredients for it. But I don't know because I had earned all these guys way before it came time for it to be vaulted the way it was. But before I continue to ramble on way too much about this fantastic weapon, again, it is absolutely my favorite weapon in this game, and in my opinion, it's one of, if not the best gun you can get, especially if you pair it up with the right armor mods and other weapon accessories. Like I said previously, what I said, I like to pair it up with a shotgun or or an auto rifle. Those seem to be my two favorite backups for it. But that mini tool gives you that +2 bonus speed as well, so it can really make your character a completely new character, if that makes any sense. But again, before I start, keep rambling on, I'm going to wrap this one up. Just wanted to let you know that the old multi-tool is back and better than ever. So if you haven't done so yet, be sure to jump back into Destiny 2. If you happen to be on Game Pass, it's free. All of it is free. All the New Year stuff. The only thing you'd have to pay for is the Season Pass, which I have not. So I don't blame you if you don't either. But I've been enjoying it. I know my wife has been enjoying it, and it seems to have kind of revitalized itself, so I wanted to let you guys know. Either way, that's going to do it for this one. If you did like what you see, please do me that favor. Hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit that notification bell. You can also find me over on Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter at BigSweetC if you want more of the Sweetness family. That's going to do it for this one. BigSweetC, that's me. Wishing YouTube, that's you. Wonderful day, night, morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time of day it might be. As long as you're watching, I'm wishing you a wonderful watching time. Sweetness, signing off. Peace.